The end of a school day at the Boston Latin School, America's oldest public school. Students streamed out to a beautiful spring day. But deep in the basement, a packed class of students stayed willingly behind.
This is Boston Latin School, and this is room 025, known as Miss Arnold's Cave. And here, where YouthCan, our Youth Climate Action Network, is held.
They are drawn by the cause and opportunity presented by history teacher Cate Arnold, who is no stranger to donning green hair around Earth Day or any other day to make a point. And the point revolves around the Boston Latin School Youth Climate Action Network, or BLS YouthCan.
The great Miss Arnold brought me to YouthCan. I had her as an 8th grade teacher way back when, and she would always talk about all the fantastic things that YouthCan was doing. And I don't know what got me, but something clicked that just made me want to come by, and I've just come ever since.
Well, I actually started out as extra credit. I was in Miss Arnold's 8th grade history class, and then I started to really get into what it stood for, which was education about sustainability and really getting people into the habit of thinking about sustainability.
This is one of the kids photoshopped that's supposed to be our neighborhood. They took a Google Earth image and they greened it. We won $25,000 in the Green Awards with the kids. We made a 1-minute video that said, what can one high school teacher and a handful of students do? How about this? And we listed the stuff we did, and we won. So we used it to fund the engineering study.
The engineering study was part of an ambitious plan to raise the roof of the old school building and expand the science facilities. Atop the renovation, there was talk of placing a green roof, which could be literally green with vegetation and/or green with renewable energy sources.
Well, it's a vast project that takes in vegetation, solar panels, wind turbines, but also puts it into a teaching setting. So there's classrooms up there that teachers could use. There's also really different things that each subject can use, so it's not just for science or math, it's for humanities and English and everything in between. You're not just talking about sustainability in terms of environment, but also in terms of economy and social sustainability. You have to take into account all aspects of society when you think about sustainability, not just the cost of the environment, but really the cost to yourself.
I really like the motive of YouthCan and its embodiment of its motives toward educating others in terms of sustainability.
My personal belief is that if you're at least trying, and then you get other people to at least try, we're going to get somewhere.
To further its outreach beyond the school, YouthCan has, for 7 years, presented a youth conference or summit at and with MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, at their building dedicated to creative and interdisciplinary collaboration, the Stata Center.
Then when you go to an event like the summit and you see all the people who are in your exact same position, who want to help and who want to do things, but sometimes just don't know what to do, it's mind-blowing.
Students from around Massachusetts joined the BLS crew for presentations and later workshops around sustainability, including the model Shared Green Roof Project.
Show me your hands. How many people have heard of the Shared Green Roof Project? Wow! One of the coolest things about this project, in my opinion, is that it's youth-led. It's youth-led. Kids came up with this idea. Kids launched this idea. Kids have been stumping for this idea for years now. And the other thing I like about this project that I am most proud of is that it's a collaborative project. This is not one school. This is not one community organization. This is not one group of adults. This is a big, big project, and I'm excited about that.
In their workshop, students put pen to paper and worked on designs. In this session, the focus is water.
A panel here and a panel right there.
That wouldn't need to be too complicated. We could always do a tank again and try to somehow set up pumps to pump out the water.
They will be seeing a question, walking that way, or at least walking this way.
And then there's a catchment pipe, which then leads to another pipe, which leads to the same place. So all the water that falls down onto the roof will be captured by these pipes and transported to the canal surrounding the entire roof. And that's a way to spread out storage of the water instead of having one big storage tank.
Maybe a glass, kind of separator where it kind of flows over the doorway. be really cool. Okay, Charlotte, you have great ideas. Don't
Thank you.
lose those.
Okay,
Don't
I
lose
won't.
those.
I won't. All right.
So what I'm doing today is helping kids envision details of the green roof that we've been designing with the Boston Latin School kids for a few years. I say come up with radical, different ideas for a place that helps you learn, because that's the key to me, is it's not about sitting in a box of a classroom in rows at desks and being lectured at. It's about finding a place that really inspires you to learn about anything, about climate change, about the environment, about water, about power generation, about science, art. Over here, she's come up with this idea for this perimeter trough system for collecting the water. And I said to her, you're solving more than the one problem of collecting the water, because now you're also creating a moat that keeps the kids away from the edge of the building, which is one of the challenges of designing school space on a roof. So the very first time I met with the BLS kids, I showed them a whole lot of images of what a green roof could be. It could be vegetated. It could generate power with photovoltaics or solar thermal. It could have urban agriculture on it. I showed them all these different things. And I said, what do you want to do? What do you mean by a green roof? And they said, yeah, all of that. We have the farm, we're generating power with photovoltaics, we're generating hot water with solar thermal panels. We've got a greenhouse, we've got outdoor learning spaces where the kids can get close up to the energy generation. There's a weather station. And their idea is this is really a living, functioning laboratory.
You get to put your brain to work. There's a lot of problem solving. You come across a lot of problems like how to get the water from point A to point B. You just take the problems that come up naturally and find a solution to them. It's very fun. And you feel involved. You feel like you actually matter and you're putting forward something that could actually make a positive difference.
And the most important thing is it's for all the kids in the city, not just for Boston Latin. So everybody will come up and engage in it. And hopefully this transforms the way students think about our planet, but also about learning science. As a kid, I thought I hated science. As an adult, I find I love science.
By teaching generation after generation of kid, year after year after year after year on that roof, how to think more in terms of sustainability throughout the course of their lifetime. So while we could put panels up there and cover the roof with panels and really reduce the energy footprint of the building, that wouldn't have the same kind of impact at all on students. That providing a teaching space for teachers and students for the whole city, that's going to have a much bigger impact and last over time.
As the band played on during lunch, their electrics energized by student pedal power and solar energy. Youthful energy embodies a new motto at the Boston Latin School. You might have seen it earlier on posters. The oldest school, the newest thinking. And back at that oldest school, that newest thinking powers that packed classroom with burgeoning stories from the art of sustainability to carpooling rewards to city gardening, stories that can keep us going for years.
This will be our third year going.
And finally, a celebration, an announcement of sorts, of the green roof in the form of an 8-foot head. Just one of the products of new thinking, of youthful energy at the Boston Latin School. And we'll be back, like they'll be back, day after day, year after year, inventing, creating, dreaming, working for the world they are thinking about.